This production is brought to you by PIMPINturtle.com.
After the tragedy of 9/11, the attack on America, we met one day and we talked about it, and we said, you know, this was such a failure of our government to protect the American people, and there are so many unanswered questions. We ought to put in a piece of legislation to create an independent 9/11 commission, and we did. And I got to tell you that the Bush administration fought that because they didn't want that independent commission. But McCain was undeterred. Like, if we had time, I could tell you stories about arguments he got into with people from the White House, from Republican leadership. But he believed that this was necessary, and ultimately we prevailed. The 9/11 Commission was created. It did a thorough investigation, produced recommendations, including legislative recommendations, which John and I and a few others introduced and saw through the legislature, through Congress, to be adopted.
After actually reading the 9/11 Commission report, I was disappointed to discover that the report completely omits the collapse of the third building that fell in New York on that day, which was World Trade Center 7, which was actually not hit by a plane. And for this reason, I was wondering if you would support a new investigation into 9/11.
From all that I know about this, the investigation really was done on what happened. Every now and then I meet somebody along the trail who asks me about this Building 7, but I have no evidence that this really occurred.
Gone, man.
This commission was totally bipartisan, uninhibited. They dug up everything. They were very critical of people in our government and our intelligence services. So I think if they had no reason, I know that some people think there was a cover-up here. There's always seem to be conspiracy theories that come out of any national trauma. But I have seen no evidence.
The third building did fall on that day, and it was completely omitted from the report. I'm just asking you if you would support a new investigation, considering you support...
Based on what I know now, I would not. Thank you. Yes?
This production is brought to you by PIMPINturtle.com.